Greetings in the Lord. I'd like to share with you for a few moments just some thoughts that I have about the scripture that's coming up for this coming Sunday. It's a short parable, but it's one of Jesus' parables in the midst of Matthew's account of several parables, but he talks about the pearl of great price. Now, I realize being here in Newport Beach, the pearl of great price for some of you might be a Lamborghini. It might, but I don't think that's what Jesus was driving at. I think it's more something like this: the life-giving relationship with God. That for every human heart that hungers for meaning, purpose, life itself, even if you don't have a lot of faith, there's something about having a life-giving relationship with God, with your Creator, your Maker, the source of all being. That is the pearl of great price. Everybody acknowledges that we have a spiritual hunger. Americans are hungry for something more than just the immediate moment. I think sometimes, though, it gets personified in it's that perfect walk on the perfect beach at the perfect sunset, or it's the top of the mountain where you have this peak experience and you just see the world from a distance. All great images. Or that moment where you're holding hands with your soulmate, that is the pearl of great price. But for a disciple, it's not that, because eventually the tide comes in and you got to get off the beach. Or ultimately you got to come down off that mountain. Or you discover that soulmate doesn't quite see you the same way. So the pearl is that life-giving relationship with the Lord. But what comes with that, we all hunger for it, we all want it, we all look for it. But in this parable, it's really, I think the key is the buying and the selling. Because in order to have the pearl of great price, it's going to cause disruption. You got to buy, you got to sell. What am I going to buy? What am I going to let go of? And it gives us a different clarity when you say, I got to sell everything I have for that pearl. So, that's the hook for us. I think sometimes it's a matter of saying, maybe some of my relationships are toxic, they're unhealthy. Or some of the things I do are unhealthy or toxic. Maybe it's that movement from high-paying work to meaningful work. They might be the same, but often they're not. It might be that moment when we realize that person's not as crazy as I used to think they were. They might just be a hidden mystic. We hear those conversations that call us to pursue that pearl of great price with a different set of ears. Let those who have ears hear. So the challenge and the opportunity during this pandemic, and it's disrupted all of our schedules, all of our lives, our jobs, our homes, our families, school, all of that has been disrupted. But maybe it's exactly in the midst of this disruption, the buying and selling of trying to get to some normalcy, that God's whispering to us to look again for really what is, indeed, who is the pearl of great price, and what it is or who it is that we might have to shift in order to understand that life-giving relationship with God. Thanks. Have a great week. God bless.